It looks like we're getting Paola in here.
Oh, Paola!
Oh, yeah.
Paola's another one I haven't met, and I'm.
How you doing?
Oh, you.
Where are you, baby girl?
I'm trying. Hey, what's up? What's up?
La principessa.
What's up? Oh, shit.
Everybody has epic hair. Oh my goodness. That's dope. I love it.
How's everybody doing?
Hi, Birdie.
Oh my God! Look at all these beautiful people. I haven't met Sydney yet. Let me see.
Oh my God! Wait. So who
I haven't met Pollyanna.
Hi, darling.
Yo, I didn't have any signal. Where was that? I'm so sorry. How's everybody doing?
Girl, we
great.
Great.
Man, let me try to take this off. Where's Fogler? Fogler came on early, and then Fogler fucked off to eat sushi. Like Fogler is want to do on the Saturday.
He had to go. He had to go and eat some sushi. Where are you?
So, dude, I'm
in juice bar.
I'm in Sonoy. Don't play.
Oh my God!
Keep your head down, girl.
I was showing mommy the. Let me put this shit on. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not trying to play games.
For you.
I'm not trying to play games. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know what I look like. But I was showing my mom's in town. She came to help me set up the apartment and stuff, and she had never been to this area, and so it was really nice to share that with her. We went to the store, and she was buying everything.
Cool.
I was like, Ma, stop buying stuff. I'm like, She's like, no, but for your grandmother. I was like, she's so sweet. She's very supportive. So I was happy to be able to share that with her.
Oh,
Paola, it's so nice to hear you.
Oh, how's everybody doing?
Good.
Better now. This is totally this is a great start to the weekend, honestly.
Yeah, it really is.
Actually, pretty good timing. Good timing for you to show up. We were just going to ask about, the finale that just happened. Now we're going into these 10 episodes. If anybody has any insight, wants to give like a little bit of a teaser of where they're going to be at. Sorry, Pollyanna, I know you're just waiting you're just like, I've been gone. But if anybody
it's fun because I've been speaking to a lot of my castmates, and I've been hearing a lot about how their episodes have been going, and I've been hearing some of the storylines, and I think it's really smart the way they've done it, and I think it's pretty freaking cute too. So I'm excited to see them.
I love that. I love the support. You guys are truly like the coolest cast that's like so integrated. I mean, obviously the bonding with being in the hot Atlanta heat and for months and months, I'm sure that helps. But you guys
thank God, eh? I mean, what pleasures we would have missed out if we were all just on our phones every day on set, and worrying about our numbers on Instagram or some shit. Like, I just think this show comes with such an astonishing bonus, and that, as we've said before many times, the fans feel it, and then we get that family feeling from the fans because they really give a shit.
Yeah,
it's very, very beautiful.
I agree.
Beautiful. Yeah,
I agree, and that I'm excited to meet you, Pollyanna, and
me
Sydney,
too. You
and hopefully it'll happen, and we can hug each other once it's safe and stuff.
Yeah,
I really miss the feeling of community, and I miss hanging out with strong women and like just like. I don't know. It's been.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a long bloody time. It's a lot, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah.
It's definitely a healing experience, I think, going to work every day. And that's not something that is often said in an industry like this, especially with a big cast. And we've got new people coming in left and right all the time. But I think it just comes down to the group of people who run it. Angela Kang and everybody. It's just wonderful. Denise. And
I think that our casting directors as well just have a nose for bullshit, because when you get in the room with them, like they're really straight up and honest, and they're really comfortable and they're really supportive, and I feel like just feel like they can tell who's going to be about the collective and who's going to be kind of a cunt, because we have had so few country cunts on this entire show.
Exactly.
That's great though.
Super
cool. Awesome. Yeah. So if anybody wants to give anything you can say about the upcoming episodes.
Y'all know more than I do. I don't know. I'm like, tell them to bring my Moana ass back. Somebody put a good word in for me.
You sent my Pollyanna ass back?
I stayed at Cooper's house during the summer after that short film, and Cooper and I watched Moana, me for the first time, and I was like, this shit is so good.
Me and Cooper are literally Moana and Maui.
Cooper
that is us.
He's singing all the songs, you know, playing the piano and that, and like with his long curly hair, and I'm just
I love him. Also, he's got an amazing house. Like him and Avin have the most
ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah. We were in the jacuzzi on the deck, you know. He's just built everything like the giant that he is. And they recycle everything in that house. They recycle like the onion peels to the freaking peanut shells to the citrus things. And they are just about doing things the right way. Yeah. It was a delight.
They're so welcoming too. Like I didn't really know them, and they invited me over to the house, and it was just so sweet. It felt like, I'm sorry.
Oh, hey. It felt like, you know what it felt like? I don't think it felt like that. I think it felt more like mother and father than that.
That's hilarious.
Wait, what was that? Was that a rubbish truck? What just happened?
No, it's like a 1967 Camaro. It's beautiful.
Oh.
Good afternoon, Los Angeles.
Hey,
it's not mine.
Somebody new just rode into Sonoya.
Wow. It's the most eclectic car I've ever seen in Sonoy.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. Let me put this shit on mute. I'm sorry.
All good. So great.
Well, hang on. Cass, did you do one of the episodes?
I did.
How did it go for you?
ADR for it. What day was that? Today's Saturday. I did it on Thursday. My days are. I have nothing to do. So.
Oh yeah. What are days anymore? We don't know.
That means.
Don't worry about it.
Just fancy titles for time.
Yeah. It's 2020 to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Just a little bit.
A little something.
A little bit.
I don't think it would be a spoiler to say it was just a little bit. But Oh yeah, I wasn't trying to lead you into a spoiler. Is it a spoiler saying if we're like in them a bit or not?
Who cares?
I feel like kind of everyone gets their storyline, right?
I think the synopsises have been released.
I'm in it a little bit, or am I? You decide.
We do know you are in one. You are in one with the princess story. That will be that should be a good one.
I am in it, but it's kind of weird because I'm in it like Cass. I'm in it for just a little bit, but I'm because I'm based in London. I couldn't get to Georgia. I just couldn't get there. So so it's kind of weird. I don't know if we'll end up.
So are you acting like over the phone?
I mean,
do they find a cell phone?
Yeah.
I'm excited to see that
so much.
Yeah, Eleanor, your episode sounds dope.
They're going to be like, whoa, what just happened? Yeah, they basically, I have a body double.
Zoom acting.
And then,
awesome.
Zoom acting is, wow.
Smacking.
Yeah.
Smacking, yes.
So we actually
devastating on that Zoom scene. Yeah, it's weird. I feel a bit weird about it because it's ADR. He likes just only acting through ADR, but
that's
but
hard,
Paola,
man.
I've seen Pao's stuff, and of course she crushes it. So beautiful.
Pow.
So I think this
Paola,
is going to be.
The fans love you so much.
Yeah.
It's so delightful to see.
And rightly so.
Yeah, they fucking love you.
Mm-hmm.
I got to get you on one of the. I got to get you on one of the charity things if you're up for it. I've got to get your info off someone.
I would love that.
Okay, cool. So do I have your permission to get your phone number off Cooper or someone that has it?
Of course.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Of course.
Thanks. No pressure. I just put you in the public sphere and then ask
Let's
you
do it.
favors.
Let's do it. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm game.
I figured you'd be up for it.
So you guys are the coolest cast, and that proves it. So we actually have a fan question. Gabby Hill is watching.
Fan question.
She says,
Hi.
how do you feel knowing that your characters help so many women around the world? I feel represented by each one of you. Which is so sweet.
Nice.
So how do you feel about that? That's like a great statement, but oh my gosh, so cool.
Wow.
Honored.
I think that, yeah, that's so wonderful. And I think that the casting directors and the people in charge do a really great job of making sure that we have a really intersectional cast, which I love, and really empowering female storylines. So just like hats off to them for making that what we get to go and do for work.
Yes.
And to the writers as well, who make sure that women are talking to women about something other than boys. You know, like the plot it brings us more depth and dimension than I think other movies I've seen. You know, the Bechdel test. I'm sure you guys have heard of that.
Yeah.
I'm always impressed by the writers.
Well, not only
I think
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, please go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, touching on the divine feminine and how that's changing and shifting not only globally, but talking on like the Walking Dead level. We've seen such incredibly strong women from Denai to Jadis to, I mean, everybody, Oceanside, all these characters coming in that are technically, they do have male qualities. You know, they can be ruthless, they can be violent, they can be angry, but also tender and feminine. And I think that's beautiful to show the many sides of women and how multifaceted we are. It's super important. And I think it's just an honor to be able to represent with all of you. I learned from each one of you.
Yeah,
it's
even
human,
now.
right?
Even now. Cool. Yeah, they're just characters.
Yeah.
They're just characters.
It's allowed to be human beings.
Yeah, for me, it's been really cool to speak to the Latin American community and people from like young girls from Brazil. And people who said that, you know, like people who say, like, I never thought I could be an actor, and then I saw you guys on the show, and I was like, oh, it's possible, like se puede, like es posible, and that is just like, that just kills, like that's why we do this, you know, I mean, I'll speak for myself, but to show other people that they can achieve what they propose themselves to achieve. I'm sorry, my English lately, I've been spending too much time with my family. So,
your English is amazing.
Watch me come back.
Hot. Please keep it coming. You're good.
Watch me come back to the show. Watch me come back to the show and be like, I'm Juanita Sanchez. You know?
Yes.
No, but it's very inspiring. Very inspiring.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really fucking cool. And like how open people are, I find is so warming because of like a lot of mental health stuff I've raised money for. Like people often tell me so much stuff at conventions, and like just the fact you see in these young folks that they're willing to talk about it, even if it's difficult, what they're going through, just is so inspiring and encouraging, you know, because I always felt like I wanted to be an actor so that I could connect with people through the screen and just make them feel less alone in some way. I always felt a bit weird when I was a kid. And
me too.
I think, and I think a lot of us did. And the cool thing about Walking Dead is I feel like it appeals across the board to all of those who seek and revel in found family. And I think it's a really good message for a sense of community. And that's what I feel like the show is sort of in ever increasing circles around itself. And to be on a show where like people's economic background, their sexuality, you know, gender identity, or all these other defining factors in sort of society, you know, are just not a part of the character. It's about what they do and how they hold themselves and what they do for the group. And that's so cool to be part of, that each and every character is an individual, but also is about a greater thing than themselves. It's very encouraging.
And I want to piggyback on what you said, Pollyanna, about mental health and mental health awareness. Like, I spoke about, when I did one of those interviews, I spoke about growing up with ADHD and still having it.
Me too.
Cool, yeah. And what's been cool is that they've added that to the character too. So
that's awesome.
You know, it's we're not only bringing awareness as people, as like who we are, but also through the characters we play and we portray, you know?
Yeah, there's a real complexity to the mental state of these people, and that's awesome that you could bring that in. Because ADHD used to be a term that I thought was kind of like a slang term, like, oh, can't, you know, still putting my shoes on whilst I'm trying to, get out of the door. But then I got diagnosed during the pandemic, like about 3 months ago. I got diagnosed and I was like, oh wow, that makes so much sense. And there's so much grief in it, and like, PTSD over the whole thing, because you've always lived in this brain normative society with a kind of brain that like hasn't been catered to. And then you've always on some level felt like a fucking struggling weirdo, trying to sort of keep up, and the frustrations associated with that. Yeah. But I also felt like, wouldn't it be nice if everyone could just know, and it would just be open, where you were like, you've probably got ADHD, and then you could like get diagnosed, and then you could like work that way. So for you to bring it into the show, Paola, I'm so excited, because I mean, to be diagnosed at 41 and to be like, oh, right, okay, so I'm not an asshole. I just have trouble with certain things. Yeah. Big piece of news.
Yeah.
Well, we're running a little short on time. We got a few more fan questions. This one is thrown out to everyone again. Gail asks, what was your favorite scene to film thus far? Not just this last season, but ever in the history of you being on the show?
For me, it was pushing Rick in the pit.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it was great fun.
Pollyanna, I attended the first Talking Dead. I attended Talking Dead for your first episode.
I thought I recognized you, that I'd seen you before.
I will cry if you say that. I literally love you. Oh my gosh, you're a sweetie. But I seriously, like, going back to like the representation thing, I was also amazed to see like a female, like, we haven't really had a female villain, I don't think, before you. Not you were villainous, but kind of an enemy to Rick and the gang. It was so different. So I was amazed.
She was a lot of fun.
But
thank you.
Yes. You know how many times I watched that scene where Jadis like comes on to Rick? Like when you like advance on him, I was like, no, she didn't.
Gotta get it how you live, you know?
The best part is Denai's reaction. Denai is just like,
yeah, that was
Denai's like, nah.
It was so boss. I was like,
Denai's like, good luck.
I'm gonna be like that from now on. I'm just gonna say it, you know?
Yeah. Oh, Andy had so much fun with that scene. He loved it. He was like,
oh, that's so great.
For me, I think it was season 7 when I first got introduced, and I was with Alana Masterson, who I miss so much.
Yeah,
miss her so much.
So much. What an incredible lady, and she really brought me into the world so humbly and wonderfully. She just was so welcoming, and still is. And I remember we were on the bridge, and we had to run on these cars, and they were like full-on cars with glass. And I remember the stunt coordinator being
welcome to the set, Sydney. Here you go.
Yeah, it was my first day, and everybody was like, this is probably the hottest day we've ever experienced.
Oh God, it is hot.
And they were like, by the way, if you misstep, that's glass. So just let you know. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. And they were like, action.
So don't do that.
I was like, all right, well, we're free falling. I remember looking at Alana, and we were just kind of like fucking winging it. And we were running at the same speed. And I was like, you're my bitch. Like, I knew that was going to be, it was just great. It was great.
So cool.
Very good.
What a way to come into the show.
Yeah. I had a fun one in the finale, or the used to be finale, with the COVID episodes. Now it's no longer. Maybe is it considered the finale?
Yeah,
I still think it's the finale.
All right, the finale in that one. When there was one point when the zombies were coming up the stairs, and Father Gabriel and I were there, and we had arrows at the door, and then there's this part where someone throws in a little bomb, and I remember shooting that with Seth, and he had to like grab my body and slam it to the ground. No. And I was so excited. They're like, "Are you sure you want to do that?" And I was like, "Yes, I want to do that." And so they put a little mat down, and they were like, "All right, do you want to practice?" So I just like threw myself to the ground, and they're like, "That's good. You should save it." But it was so fun to get to like really do a little bit more stunts than like maybe other shows might let you do. Like I had a really fun time getting to do that.
Has anyone seen Seth, by the way? I miss him. Has anyone like...
I've seen him on the Zooms. We have a call every couple of weeks with Heavenly Wilson.
Lovely.
Scott's wife.
Oh.
And Seth is quite often on there. And then I did his charity thing with him maybe a month or so ago. He seemed to be doing well. It was good to talk to him.
And R.I.P. Scott, we love him and miss him so much.
Yeah.
What a beautiful spirit he is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's been sending out the double rainbows since things started looking up. So it's good.
Aww.
Heavenly tells me these things.
Love that. That's so cool.
I gotta say, one of the scenes that that was really fun to shoot was when I meet Yumiko and Eugene and Ezekiel, because
you killed that scene. Oh my god,
you were so good in that scene.
I appreciate that. It was so hard not to laugh because because of the way that Yumiko reacts to me, like her shade, and she's like, oh hell no, and I have a connection with Eleanor, so to do that, I just wanted to break so hard and start laughing because she was so on point. She was like, meanwhile the fucking Joker over here like ding 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 ding. It was so fun, and they were so kind from the get-go. It was just a beautiful experience, really.
Yeah, that was truly some of my favorite memories too. Like those scenes. I think when we went into that weird group, I say weird because it was just so unconventional. It's like, okay, so suddenly Yumiko, the king, Eugene, we're off on a little adventure on horseback. It's like, wait, what? I was reading the script going, oh my god, this is so cool. Like, what? And it's like, it just felt like a different vibe, and it felt like it's a completely different energy, and I was into it. And then we turn the corner and we meet Princess, and Princess is just this force of nature, and as we have ascertained, Paola kills it. So it's very, like, believe me, it takes every source of strength not to laugh, like when we're doing it, but because it's genuinely so funny. And I'm a terrible corpus. I'm never usually so serious on set, but my favorite scene, I think, of that bunch that we shot together in our little fort was the scene in the rain. Like, we had a really unusually rainy day in Georgia, and it wasn't fun to shoot because it was really hard. It was like everyone was drenched, the camera crew, everyone was, it was just soaking, but it gave us something extra, it gave us a little boost. We were all like, okay, we've got this, we've got to do it, we've just got to get through it, we've got to do it. And it was a really tense scene, and it added to the tension. And it was honestly one of my favorite days on set, even though it was really hard.
I miss you guys so much. This is like making me miss every single moment.
So, wow. That shit
there will be more.
I'm sorry, the bells are ringing. I'm sorry, let me turn this shit off.
The bells? What in the...
And the bells are ringing.
Are we sure she's in Sonoya?
It doesn't sound like it.
She's about to get married or something weird.
Right. Nah.
Hi, Sammy. You want to come up? Come on then. Aww. Come on then. My little boy wants to say hi.
Oh my god.
Shammy peeps. Shammy peeps.
Hi,
Shammy peeps.
Oh, he looks animated.
He does.
Yeah,
he is. That's a Pixar dog.
Such a little love. He's just so smart. Aren't you smart, baby?
Oh,
very smart boy.
How old?
He is 3 years old now, and he's coming with me to Ireland in March.
He's
going to be an Irish dog. Yeah, he's got he's got such a little, I can make him into a dinosaur all the way down his back.
Oh, he's so cute.
Oh my god, he's special.
He loves
There's Cutie Boots Bruno too, but Bruno's in his bed.
Wait, Bruno? Holly, you're my hero.
I love these boys. These boys have been my life and my soul during this time. I mean, they always are, but like,
amen.
They've just been like, oh, we need to get up. Oh, we need to go to bed. Oh, we need to go out. Oh, we need to eat. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I have some purpose then. Thanks.
Yeah. They're the best. They're the best.
Yeah.
The best.
Yeah. We go to bed at like 8:30 at night and get up at 7.
I
mean, never in my life by choice.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, all right. Looks like we're running out of time. We're almost out of time. If there's any closing remarks you guys have, if anything you want to say to the fans that are watching, we got people from Kuwait. We have people from Italy.
We love you.
We love you
so much.
Big love to everyone out there.
I truly cannot wait to see you all again. From the bottom of my heart, I'm so excited. I know we have to distance, but it's gonna be really hard not to run over and
lick
squeeze
your arm.
you all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's
God, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Well, on behalf of the fans, we cannot wait to see you guys back in action as well. In your own respective ways, we'll see what that is. But you guys are lovely, lovely, lovely humans. I am so honored to talk to the women of the show. It's been my favorite show for so long. And you guys are the main reason, let's be real. So it's been truly a joy. You guys are beautiful, you're lovely, and super great to talk to. So thank you so much for coming
out.
Emmy.
Thank you.
Emmy. Thank you for hosting us.
So sweet. Best day of my life.
Thank you, Amy.
Oh, Emmy.
Love you guys. Much love.